definitely. And he will be spawning this time on the right bottom side. For lowland lions, you can see the nice symbol on the ground. It will be the Dutch blue Zerg player, Jona.
And he's going to play against this teal Terran player from on the left side of the map. It's Luolis.
Did you see that little bit of lag there?
Yep, I did.
The game just couldn't handle your great introductions, and we are starting this game off so far.
I'm such an easy person to troll, I know.
It's always fun. We have to keep the cast entertaining, not only for the guys watching, which I hope you are entertained, but also for ourselves, of course. And I'm always enjoying my time with you here, Bel.
As am I, Odin. Let's go for a date.
I already said to you, you're gonna be here in Holland no matter what, so we definitely are. Looks like Jona is once again putting all the cards into good scouting, moving a drone out and moving the Overlord out simultaneously, and he's going to scout wrong twice, sadly for him.
Yeah, but by the process of elimination, he will be able to infer where his opponent spawned, and oh wow, look at. Oh, actually, alright, the barracks is already up, so a gas follow-up is not at all out of the ordinary. So we're going to have a Reaper opening most probably here for the Terran player. Nothing surprising there, as this is a big map. You want to get that Reaper out, and you can jump up into the base of the Zerg player at multiple points. There's a very long ledge that provides you with that opportunity. And scouting is very important in these kind of situations. So there's the pool going down for Jona. He did open with a hatchery first, but is not being too greedy. He's not getting gas before that pool. So a gasless opening here, and he seems to favor gasless openings quite a lot lately.
Yep, he does, and I think he can definitely afford it in these positions. Quite easy to hold off any kind of aggression on two bases. Here he should be getting his queens out to deny any damage from the Reaper. The Reaper is, however, going to confirm the position. You can see that Luolis also managed to scout the other two bases on the top side, and the Reaper will go into the good direction immediately.
Yep, definitely will. And Jona also has to know where his opponent is at this time. There's the expansion going down for the Terran player just as the Reaper enters the Zerg territory and gets above the creep. Unfortunately, there are sixlings that just now spawned, so the Reaper will not even get a seer. Just goes to show how big this map is. I mean, on most maps, with this opening that Jona did, the Reaper is able to get at least one kill on the drone line before the Lings come out. But this map is so large that even a fast unit such as the Reaper cannot get inside the Zerg base before the Lings are out. He's going to try and pick off as many of these as he can do.
He only picked up one Ling so far, so really good defense by Jona.
Yep, definitely is. And we have a factory follow-up of this. And if Luolis is going to be playing Bio, we'll probably see a lot of Marines being produced, but he can still go for Mech of this opening if he wants to. I mean, we have casted a game of Goody versus, who was it? Was it Revolution or was it somebody else that Goody played on this map against in one of the qualifiers? And he did go Mech.
I think it was someone else, and that game lasted really long, right?
It was a decently long game, but not too long. I think it was like something like 30 minutes or 25 minutes. So not too long of a game, considering it was Goody, whose games usually, at the bare minimum, last approximately 40 minutes. And it looks like, by the looks of it, let's see. Oh, we'll actually have a Banshee follow-up of this, so...
Yep, and Hellions.
Yeah, and Hellions, and it looks like Luolis wants to put a lot of pressure onto Jona.
Yep. So we're gonna have the Terran really determining the pace of this game. Gonna be poking in with Hellions and Reapers, and on the side trying to pick some drones off with Banshees.
I really like Jona's gameplay on this map, though. He's not trying to expand too aggressively. Instead, he's rushing for lair. And this gives you two things. It gives you Spire, and it gives you detection. So he can defend versus Banshees until the Spire is up, and then he produces, basically dumps all of his gas into Mutalisks and goes harassing, and he can also kill the Banshees. Considering the fact that the Terran opening was really focused around doing heavy damage to the Zerg player, all of his ground army upgrades for the bio will be delayed. The stim will be later. The 1-1 upgrades will be later. So Jona is getting the better end of the trade, I feel like, at this point.
Yep, I like his play. And in the game we casted earlier today, I think he also went for a 2-base Spire, right?
Yep.
Yep, that was Jona. So he's keeping that build up a little bit, and on this map with the 2 queens at the front, he's really negating any damage that could have been done by Luolis. He's gonna bring everything, including the Banshee, up here, and that's gonna prompt a little bit of hesitation from Jona, but he's doing a good job so far with the Lynx and the queens, and he even has an Overseer in there. Good defense, Patrick.
Very good defense. Did not lose a single queen there, and well, I mean, he failed to pick off the Banshee, but the Spire is 80% done. And once that Spire finishes, this Banshee will have absolutely zero chance of survival. In the meantime, LuoLis is adding a ton of barracks. He's actually skipping the engineering base so far. He might go for a huge aggression towards Jona at this point. But I don't know. I mean, it will depend on how successful the Mutalisks will be. Meanwhile, Jona defends this poke. He does pick off quite a few Hellions, kills one Banshee as well, and might kill off a second one. Needs a transfuse there, and those queens kiss each other transfusely.
Ooh, that's really scary.
Poetic. Well, I don't know. Kisses used to be poetic, and for you they're scary. Well, to each their own.
When 2 queens are doing it with like 8 legs, yeah, that becomes really scary. But yeah, it looks like we are gonna see the first Mutas on the field, and are gonna be rushing towards these Hellions and that Reaper, and they're gonna run for their lives. And the Reaper is probably gonna get the short end of the stick right there. And it looks like no missile turrets have been made yet in the natural expansion.
No, because the engineering bays are only just now finishing, and the Mutalisks again. We have seen this time and time again. He tries to get the Widow Mine, but does not quite get it, and there is not an Overseer with these Mutalisks. Has to be careful. Tries to pick off a Medevac right there. Not really happy. Oh, the Overseer! No!
He's actually gonna do a lot of damage to the SCVs like that. That's a cute move.
Oh yeah, I know, but does not kill very many SCVs. I mean, he killed one. That was a little bit of a missed rally there by Jona, but he is doing damage where he can. At the same time, he is saturating, or he has saturated, should I say, his third base fully. He's getting Baningness 1-1 upgrades that are way ahead of the Terran's upgrades. So Jona will have a pretty strong position in the mid-game. And with those mutas already out, he is basically undroppable. You can drop a Zerg that has Mutalisks out at this point in the game already.
Yep, but I mean, LuoLis is holding this, but Jona on the back foot is getting his. It did get his third base operational, and it's fully mining already, and he's into a good position. There is going to be a little bit of a counterattack with some Hellions, but I feel like Jona's going to respond well with that, with the Zerglings and the Banelings in position. So LuoLis has tried a lot of times this game to put some aggression on, but none of it has worked yet. So I think that Jona's in a great position right now with the Mutas on the field. Didn't lose that much and did a little bit of economic damage.
Yeah, and we can already see how the difference between these two players is starting to manifest itself in terms of army supply. Jona up by 10 to 20 army supply.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, I gotta get hyped for this. Did you see that?
Look at this.
All the SCVs.
Wow.
All of them. Like, I was like, holy, how did he get such a big army? Then I watched it like, oh, yep, that's how you get a big army at this
and
point.
Jona doesn't know. He is... Oh, actually, he does know. Excuse me there. He does know now, but there are a lot of Banelings here. The thing is that if they explode on the SCVs, these Lings might not be able to clear this out. But Jona going for the wraparound, or tries to go for the wraparound, but there are mines there as well.
All of the Mutas are gonna die to the Widow Mines, a lot of them, like 5 or 6 of them died to those Widow Mines there.
Oh, that was such a stroke of bad luck for Jona. 7 Mutos have gone down, and now the Blings and Banlings will have to make it work. Good splits coming out of the Terran player, or decent splits, I have to say. Oh, just not... Oh, thank God. More Banelings rolling in, and they could finish the job here.
Yep, they certainly can, and it looks like GG. In game number 1, Jona takes that, and that was a little bit scary, but he managed to make it work, that defense.